Hi guys, back with another video, and today I thought I'd actually do a figure review, and I'm going to be taking a look at the Mezco 1/12 Collective Iron Man figure. I got this months ago for my birthday actually, and I just decided to come around and just review it now. Mezco has quickly become like one of my favorite action figure companies, including Iron Man. I think I have 6 now, and I want more. They're not easy to get more because it's like in Canada, if you're lucky, it's $100 a figure, but usually it's more than that. I got Iron Man here, and he's really cool, not without his flaws, but probably my favorite Iron Man in my collection, which isn't really saying a whole lot because I don't have any other import Iron Man figures or anything like that. But yeah, so let's just dive right into him. Figure's really cool, 1/12 scale, obviously. With Mezcos, usually they incorporate, one of their big things is incorporating soft goods costumes for their figures. Obviously, because Iron Man is a metal suit, he has no soft goods. So some people might like that because you don't have any soft goods to worry about at this scale. But what he does have is die-cast parts. So from what I can gather, his upper torso is die-cast, his forearms are die-cast, and his boots are die-cast as well. At least these parts are. And that's really great because it adds quite a bit of heft to the figure, which is awesome. And also has a much nice reflective metal sort of look to it, like it should, because it's armor. So that's really cool. As you can see, with Mezco, they do their own takes on the characters, their own spins on the designs. But as you can see, it's similar, basically taking a modern approach to the classic look of Iron Man, which I think is executed very well with this figure and looks fantastic. One great thing about this figure is he does include LED light up effects. If you open up the back here carefully enough, there's a switch here, click on the switch, and you get the repulsor that turns, or his arc reactor, sorry, not his repulsor, that turns on, which is really cool. And it's really bright. As you can just see, I have my lights are on for this review, and you can definitely tell that that is lit, and I think it looks fantastic. I like light up features in figures, and this looks really, really good. I absolutely like how that looks, and I'll keep it on for now. We'll move on to articulation, and one thing about this figure that is to keep in mind is to be careful when posing it. He has good articulation, but unfortunately can be prone to paint chipping, just because the way the figure is, and because he doesn't rely on soft goods for a costume, he relies on a lot of paint and paint on metal and all that, and it can be prone to chipping, so you just need to be careful. But you can move the head and the neck, or both, to have 2 joints there, so you can get him looking up for your flight pose, which is great. You can bury his neck or his chin into his chest there, which looks good. Ball hinges, the shoulders move pretty well, and they rotate. Solo cut at the bicep. Double hinges at the knee, elbows, which move just a little bit past 90 degrees, so it's not insane, but it's serviceable. You get the, not really ball joints, but hinges at the wrist with a swivel, so you can get them in and out or up and down. It's a great joint. You also have rotation at the gauntlet here. You got like a ball joint at the torso, so it moves up, moves down, moves side to side a bit. I'd be careful moving this joint, but you can do that. As you can see, a piece of paint just chipped off right there, so don't think he has swivel at the waist, or if he does, it's really tight and I don't want to force it. Ball joint hips, what you're going to want to do with these is you can extend them out a bit, and then you get a good spread there, so there's that. And you can kick them in, out. If you lift it in, get them up like that, you can get them out pretty good. But you do have to be careful. Swivel at the thigh, double hinges at the knees move very smoothly. A swivel at the boot, and then you got the hinges and rockers at the ankle, though the rocker isn't the greatest. It works good enough, but it's not like crazy. A nice gimmick of the figure as well is that he does not come with an alternate head, but in lieu of that, you do get a removable faceplate, and you get a really nice looking Tony Stark face sculpt underneath there, and the padding of the helmet you can see, which looks fantastic. The helmet even has the targeting system and all that in there. I think it's just a sticker, but it looks pretty cool. And that's held in via magnet, so you can actually use the magnet to get it look like it's just flipped up, which I think is a fantastic feature. That's awesome. And to get it back in, you just tab it in, and it looks really good. And then lastly, accessories. This guy comes with a bunch of accessories, which is one of the main grabs for this figure. Of course, he does come with the baggie that stores the accessories. He comes with your standard display base and figure stand. The figure stand's really nice for this figure because you're probably going to pose them in flight poses a lot. That's how I pose them. And you get a nice arc reactor base, so that looks really cool. You get a few different hands. So as you can see, I've got the fisted hands on there. You also get a pair of sort of open action hands, I guess you could say. You got the repulsors painted in there, which is pretty cool. And you also get a pair of outstretched actual repulsor hands. So, popping one of these out here. Putting one of these in just so I can show off some of the other accessories. Put them in a quick pose right there. You get 4 of these repulsor effects, or kind of like repulsor flame effects, I guess. They can plug into the hand like so. You also got 2 ports on the feet, so you can plug 2 of them on each feet or just 1 on each feet, whatever you want to do, which is really cool. And you, like I said, you get 4 of those. You get 2 of these repulsor blast effects, which is pretty cool. And I'm not going to do the best job of posing right now. You can get way better poses with them that I'm trying to do right now, but there is the repulsor effect. And if you play with it, you can make it look a lot better. Trust me, just for time, I'm not going to fiddle with it too much, but that looks really great as well. I like that, like how it has some range to it. That looks really cool. Popping off this hand again and putting back on the fist. One thing you'll notice on the gauntlets is he has these little tabs right in here on the forearm. You can see right there. You actually get 2 of these wrist rocket firing effects. You can see the little missile there and the little flame. You just tab it into the gauntlet, and there you have him firing a missile, which is pretty cool. The infamous tank missile. And next up, you do get these 2 side discs that have the missiles popping out. So what you can do is you can take these ones off, and you can put this on. I'm just going to put the one on, so you can just get the idea. And you got like the missiles coming out of the disc there, little micro missiles. So that's really cool as well. And then last but not least, you also get the arc reactor blast, which is right here. Looks pretty cool. So what you can do, if I can do it right here, you can remove the normal arc reactor. You can put in the arc reactor blast, and there you have him with his chest arc reactor firing, which I think is pretty cool. Mine's a little warped off to the side, unfortunately, so at some point I might have to take some heat to that and try to stretch it back into place. That looks really cool. It's hard to tell here, but if it was darker, you could see the light. You can still kind of see it, the LED shining through the unibeam, which is awesome. And get him a quick pose here. And overall, this figure is really awesome. This is a really awesome Iron Man. Again, like I said, one of my favorites. The draw to it is definitely all the accessories and posing options you have with it is fantastic, and the heft of it is really awesome as well. Quickly, I will do some very quick size comparisons, straighten them up there a bit. So first off, I guess with another Mezco, here he is next to Mezco's Deathstroke figure, which I was going to do a review on, and I didn't because I lost the video, but if you guys want to see a review on this figure, let me know. I might just do it anyways, but let me know if you'd like to see a review on that, because I'll definitely do that, because it's an awesome figure. I'd definitely love to talk about it. But I think they scale well. I think Iron Man's slightly taller, which I think makes sense because he's in a suit of armor, so that looks pretty good. And then next, just for another Iron Man, to compare him here he is next to the Invincible Iron Man from Marvel Legends. And they're about the same height. The Mezco one's, I think, still slightly taller. But I think the Mezco scales really well with Marvel Legends and 1/12 scale figures. So overall, this Iron Man is really, really great. Really awesome. If you're a Mezco collector, I definitely recommend picking it up. It's fantastic. And even if you're an Iron Man collector, I would definitely look into picking this one up. The really only big drawback is the paint chipping, which I think isn't that bad as long as you're being careful with it. So aside from that, he's good articulation, great paint. The die cast gives him great heft, and he comes with a lot of accessories, which gives you a lot of posing options. So overall, I think he's an absolute fantastic figure, and I highly recommend picking him up. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think about this figure in the comments below. Again, I appreciate you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.